I understand that one of the most difficult things to do is make a decision. Like this has really affected me in the past where I have so many ideas, but I never really make the decision to really implement or take actions towards achieving those ideas. Hi everyone, I'm Charles AB, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you need to do that is guaranteed to help you make decisions quickly. So the first thing we want to look at is understanding one of the things that really affect decision. You know, one of the things I consider that really affect decision is fear. Like I could remember some years back when I made the decision to move out of my mother's house. You know, at that time it was so scary. I was thinking about, man, even if I can afford paying my rent this year, how do I pay it next year? You know, I had so many things going through my head, like, man, how do I even feed myself and the rest of it? But I just decided that, man, I think I will figure it out. You know, I will figure it out no matter what it is. And I just make that bold decision and move out of my mother's house. I said, no, I don't want to rent in the town that I had grown up. I wanted a different location. And I dared myself to just move from my location to a new location where I knew no one, and I rented an apartment. And fast forward to this day, I understand that if I didn't take that decision, if I didn't make that decision, if I didn't conquer that fear at that time, I would not get to where I am right now. So the first thing I think will help you make decisions faster is courage. You know, courage is not the absence of fear. It's actually, when you are courageous, fear is actually present, but it's the ability for you to overcome fear. That's what courage is. The second thing I understand that really stops us from making decisions is distractions. What I mean by distractions, a lot of times we make one mistake by when we have ideas or when we want to do something, we go to tell our friends about it, or we go to tell someone about it. And these people will say certain things that will just discourage us at that point, and we don't do it again. You need to stop that habit of telling people what you want to do, because people always find a way to reflect their fears on you. You know, when they cannot do something, they'll tell you that you cannot do it. So always try to ensure that when you want to make certain decisions about your life, the only person you can trust to really give you a good judgment is yourself. Or you go and meet someone who has done what you want to do and take advice from them, you know. And at the end of the day, don't accept any advice you are given. You are human, and you must have the ability to really reason and think about, man, is this thing this person is saying right? You know, would it work for me? Even if something will work for someone else, doesn't mean it will work for me. So always find a way to just identify these factors and say, man, okay, let me just follow my heart. You know, then the third thing when I will talk about is actually following your gut. You know, your gut is this, you know, in every decision you want to make in life, there's always this, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a feeling you have deep inside you that tells you that do this thing. It's just a feeling that tells you to do this thing or not to do this thing. Just a feeling. It's not strong. It's not a strong feeling. It's just a very gentle feeling that just tells you, man, don't worry, do this thing. You know? And the mistake many of us make is we tend to ignore that feeling. We tend to ignore our guts. And one thing that I know for a fact is every single time I ignore my guts, I always regret this decision. I always regret it. You know, most times one of the mistakes I used to make in the past was always maybe I want to do something, I'll tell somebody about it, and this could be my mom, this could be my friend, and you know, I realized that these people would say something, and before I know, I just make a decision based on what they said, you know. And when I realized it later in life, I see that, man, those things I ought to have done then that I changed my mind in doing, I regretted them, because your gut's feeling will always lead you towards the right direction. Always trust your guts and avoid telling people your plans. It's very, very important. Because right now I've trained myself to the level where I ignore everybody. Like I ignore everybody, including my wife. I ignore everybody. Like if my mind tells me to do something, I just go and do it. I don't consider anybody's opinion anymore. You know, but many people are not like that. Many people are prone to, because I know myself back in the day, I'm this kind of a person that if I want to do something and somebody says something negative about that thing, it discourages me immediately, you know. And but because I've been able to really study and learn a lot about actually blocking out the outside noise, I'm able to generate my own voice and listen to my own voice. Say, man, no matter what you are saying, I'm not hearing you. Okay, yes, say what you want to say. Okay. But at the end of the day, what is in my heart, that's what I will do. So if you can learn that, it's going to really help you, you know, go towards the right directions in life. Earlier this year, the decision I made was really committing myself to learning a skill. You know, I was tired of the way I was living my life. You know, I got tired of doing the same thing everyone was doing. My mates, everybody was doing the same thing, man. I said, no, this life is boring. You know, it's time to lead my own path. It's time to follow my own intuition. It's time to say, man, let me go my own route and see what happens. And fast forward to this day, man, I'm grateful. I really am grateful to myself for making certain decisions and deciding to block the outside noise and just follow what my heart tells me. And that has propelled me to make certain decisions in my life that I see results that amazes me right now. Like, it's so wonderful, man. Just take the time to ensure that you can believe more on yourself and trust that you have everything it takes to get the life that you really want. Don't settle for less. I've never been one that wants to settle for less. I came from a family where everybody was in the same geographical location. Everybody was doing the same thing. Everybody was just living the same pattern of life. And I chose to say, man, this is not the life I want for myself. You know, this is not who I want to be. I think that came from the things my mother said to me when I was younger. You know, she always said, man, when she talked about me to her friends, she always said, man, this my pikin is going to take me places. He's going to achieve so much. He's going to solve all my problems in life. And that's put this sense of responsibility in me and said, man, I need to do something about my current situation. And that decision has really helped me to really grow. You know, I've made a lot of mistakes. My life has not been perfect, but, you know, I'm happy and I'm grateful for my story, because looking backwards, I understand that a lot of things had to happen to get me to this moment. And it has made me even, you know, my dreams have not changed over the years. I've always had the same dreams. But now, it's even more clear what I want to be. You know, it's clear, what I want to be is clear because of I've gotten to this level where I've been able to quiet all the noise. I had to separate myself from my friends, from everybody I knew. I just had to be this person that, man, the rest of your life depends on whatever you do right now. So, man, sit down and start doing the things you need to do. What it's about, like, figuring out, okay, I want to get here. So what do I need to do right now to get me here? Most people say, I want to get here, and they start thinking about how to get there. But they don't understand that you have to trace it back to what you can do right now that will get you closer to that goal you have. And if you can do that, it's going to help you be unstoppable and help you achieve whatever you want to achieve. I know that a lot of my dreams had to die because of the people that were around me and the people that I listened to. And right now I'm trying as much as I can not to avoid anything that's going to affect my dreams, you know. And that's why I had to make certain decisions. Even though it was hard when I started making those decisions, I know that it's going to get easy. You know, I'm already seeing the results that I put in, the commitment that I made when this year started. I'm already seeing good results from that. And this gives me a lot of guarantees that whatever you put in your time and your commitment to building is going to get superb results. So never stop dreaming and never stop trying to figure out how you can achieve your dream. The number one thing you need to start with is understanding why you need to achieve that dream, what that dream means to you, why do you want that dream to come true? Because if you can understand this, and it will make it easy for you to figure out how you can do it. So till we meet again, I remain your lawyer boy, Charles AB, and please just follow this, share this content to anyone who wants to. If you know this, so if you know that this content help you, please share it to your friends, share it, comment on it, like on it, share your opinions, because I want us to learn together. I don't know it all. Even the fact that I read books, it doesn't mean that I know it all. I want to learn from you too, hear your opinion, and also give you mine, so we can exchange ideas. And that's life, by the way, because if you can learn how to learn, it's going to help you grow. So stay tuned to this space and have a wonderful one.